up over here. Let's go over to my channel. Where the hell's my channel? View your channel. That'll be how I view my channel. Yep, fair. Oh, I'm live. Look, there's me. Teferi, Master of Time. How I view my channel. Yep, fair. Oh, I'm live. Look, there's me. Teferi, Master of Time. How I view my channel. Yep, fair. Oh, I'm live. Look. Right, sorry about all that feedback that was just going on there. Right. Absolutely sick of this Teferi Master of Time bug, which is years old. So let's see if we can get to the bottom of this. Hello, Webcore. It's just such bullshit. It's such bullshit that I have to put up with bugs like this for literally years. Yeah? I've had to play with Endless Detour being bugged for literally years. And you make one shitty event, Survivors of the Four Tribes, it's bad. It's a really, really average event. It's full of really mediocre opponents. Yeah? We don't care. Well, because there was a bug in it last week, but it was a nice, easy bug for you to fix, wasn't it? A really trivial, low-hanging fruit bug for you to fix. You fixed it, and you immediately run an event again. This dull-ass event that nobody cares about. Hello, welcome, Webcore. Welcome to my channel. I'm a bit bipolar at times. You've got to forgive me. You don't have to forgive me. Let's go into, let's pick a random story mode. I'm bound to pick a really terrible one, you know. Oh, Displacement Wave sounds good. Maybe he'll bounce my creatures for me. Right, let's just put the deck on the screen that I'm using. This is a deck that I always use the same decks with Teferi, Master of Time. It's these two over here. The Legacy one with some big fat creatures. And a Legacy one with no supports in it. And I never play with that Wizard class deck, so I don't even know why I bothered to put it up on the screen. So, but I run into this bug all the time. It must be a common bug. It must be an easy bug to replicate, but I think I know why Octagon weren't able to replicate it, and I think it's probably because it's something to do with gem conversion. I like lands. Please make more lands in your set. Lands are good. Yeah? Lands create a back and forth between... Oh, this is good, isn't it? You've probably skipped over this part of the video, not bothering to listen to me now, but I feel like I've got you now. I feel like I can say some things that I want to say. Like, when we play combo decks, it's a really dull game. There's no back and forth between the players, but lands kind of encourage that back and forth, you know. You can't build a combo out of lands. I mean, you can out of the rubbish lands we have these days. You know, the gain lands that give you 5 mana in all your spells. They're not really lands. They're kind of lands that act as spells and people has used them as spells. When you just have a land that just triggers at the start of your turn and doesn't do anything else for the turn, yeah, you can't put that into a combo. It creates a back and forth between the two decks. That's what we want. A little bit of interaction, a little bit of interesting gameplay. Shall we actually get on? We see, I can go on for as long as I like, can't I? Because, like I say, you can just skip. You can see how long the video is. You get little thumbnails when you advance the thing. You can just skip forward. Let's go use deck. And let's try this. Now, I was just in story mode just now. Before I started the video, I just went into story mode. And what I did was, well, let's do it again. I just turned off all my cards. I used his third ability. And I just saw if this bug that I am forever running into reared its ugly head. And it did not, as it turned out. And like I say, this is probably a good reason why. See, we want to uncomplicate this test of the bug, don't we? So initially what we want to do is just get up to however many loyalty it is. It's weird. Let's exile those boys so I don't have to keep using... Flash is terrible, by the way. Flash is a terrible mechanic. We'll go into that some other time. But it's a terrible... terrible mechanic. Be careful of Flash. Actually, there's basically no need to ever have flash in the game, really. People think that they want, you know, I was saying before, wasn't I, with the lands, a back and forth, you know, so interactivity. And Octagon thought, well, if we put flash in the game, that will create interactivity. But it kind of doesn't, because of the way that flash works. You don't get that level of interactivity with it. Because of when it triggers, you know. I mean, you can't have a flash ask. Well, you could, before every single thing that ever happens in the game, because it would get really bogged down. I think you don't want a game that works like MTG Arena. I mean, I suppose I ought to. See, this is the problem with me testing it and you not testing it. I don't really want to like start casting spells because it might muddy the issue. Oh, damn, I forgot to deactivate that. Might muddy the issue of whether it's working or not. Now I'm going to get hit by these things, aren't I? Right, so here we go. We're at lots of loyalty. I kind of gave up on my flash rant there, didn't I? But I need to concentrate what I'm doing, certainly. Now, weirdly enough, it's not supposed to work like that, is it? I did get the 2 extra swaps there, but this wasn't the first match during my turn. But that's not really an issue, isn't it? The Master of Time wasn't in play at the start of the turn, so this is not the issue that I'm talking about, you know. What I'm talking about is that after a while, this effect that gains 2 extra swaps generally stops working. Now, as I say, I think it's something to do with lands. So what we're going to do is we're just going to sit here, not play anything. I'm going to play several turns. And we're going to notice, hopefully we'll play several turns, he won't play too much stuff. We're going to notice, do I get to bounce anything with disable target creature? No. So that was one turn, wasn't it? We got the extra swaps, like we're supposed to. Am I not live? What's happened? There's me. Oh, I paused it. That's what I do. I paused the bloody video rather than... Sorry. I mean, I'm trying to figure out in the background. Yeah. Sorry about that. Trying to be able to see myself on my screen on my monitor so I know that I'm doing. Here we go. This is another turn. I got the extra swaps like I'm supposed to. Do. Once again, got the extra swaps like I'm supposed to. Do. It's a bit more offensive than I was expecting on this level, but you know. Did I get the extra swaps there? I didn't, did I? Well, there we go. Now, is the Master of Time... Oh, well, the reason I didn't get the extra swaps that time was because the Master of Time support was not in play. So, we're still on for the original theory, which is that. So if I put it back then, because of the way that it was working before, we should get the extra swaps now. Yeah, there we go. We've got the extra swaps. So I know what you're thinking now. You're thinking, well, that's probably what happens all the time, isn't it? There's probably nothing at all wrong with the Master of Time support. It's probably just the fact that you blow the support up and you don't notice that it's stopped working. Now, I don't think that is true. I think there is definitely a problem with it. So let us go find... Oh, I know what's a nice easy level, actually, on story mode. Let's go off to Nissa, not Nissa, Liliana 3. She's got fairly rubbish creatures. Can we have some more story mode, please? More story mode. This is where you should be putting your rubbish PvE encounters, your terrible decks with Sunfire Torch and your bloody Origins crappy off-color lands. You should be putting them into story mode. Don't make a bloody coalition event out of them. Right. So as I say, I'm not going to bother testing the thing again where I don't play anything, because I think we can make it break now by putting some lands into play. So we shall just play the game. We'll try not to deal him any damage. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I think if we get a few lands in play, if we get enough lands in play, that we are converting, quite a lot of gems. Not the entire board, but usually I'm nicely converting, 4, 8, 12 gems at the start of a turn with the average kind of deck that I might play that has lands in it. Hopefully we won't win too fast with this. See, this is why I shouldn't be testing this. You're the ones with the testing tools. Annoyed. Now I've got to build up to having, let's see if we can get another land in play or two. Oh, he's made me throw some. Of course, he's made him throw some things away. He's Liliana. Damn. He's going to make me throw some things away again. How irritating. I mean, I might just go on to a really difficult high level story mode level that has tons and tons of life if we run into trouble doing this. But we're pretty much just about to get the... Who's going? Doesn't matter. Pretty much just about to get the Ultimate online, aren't we now? Here we go, Day's Undoing. Oh, we're still not at Ultimate yet. Dun, 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 dun. So I get why you say you need video evidence for these games, because this is taking a while, isn't it? And you can't just believe people when they say things are broken, can you? I bet you've never believed anybody, but I bet you need video evidence for literally every bug you fix, don't you? One thing I'd really like to impress upon you, Webcore, is you cannot trust a single thing that Octagon have ever said in the past. They're such lazy motherfuckers, seriously. Oh my god, look at us, we're nearly... He's nearly half dead. We won't make that big. We've got a few turns now. Right, so now we're at a good point, I think. We've got a few lands in play. We should be able to use our ultimate, and hopefully we shall be able to see this bug fuck the game up. Here we go. Master of Time. I suppose we could build over some guys, couldn't we? We don't want to build over any guys. Just throw away anything that he might have. So we'll get the extra swaps there. So we'll go up to 3, presumably. Yeah, 3 extras because we got an extra swap on the board. And we've been given the 2 extra swaps by the Master of Time support. I don't even know why I'm replacing. I suppose I'm taking less damage, that's why I'm replacing that. I don't want to play any more guys. Now, I reckon we should be able to run into this bug within 2 or 3 turns. It never usually takes me long to run into this bug. Yeah, I'm not saying it's going to turn up straight away. Look, there's the support still in play. I'm going to get one. Ta-da! See, that wasn't hard, was it? Wasn't difficult. All you have to do is your jobs. That's what you have to do. God, I'm making myself friends here today, aren't I? See you all later. Bye-bye.